If there's one thing that we can all agree on, it's that tops are dumb. Shirts are stupid. And the quicker we can pop them off, the better. At least that's my general thinking when it comes to CrossFit. And as it happens, I think about CrossFit quite a lot. I like to think about CrossFit, I like to watch CrossFit, I like to talk about CrossFit. I do struggle to find people who want to listen quite as much as I want to talk, or opportunities to share the random thoughts that come across my brain. And tomorrow is the start of the 2023 CrossFit Games, and I've been consuming a lot of content on YouTube, on podcasts, people analysing the programming, people making predictions about who's going to do well, Dave Castro being back, Bosman, yada yada yada, and they're just a couple of things that I had to get off my chest. First of all, with regards to programming, I think it's been great so far this year that they've been releasing quite a lot of the information. The old Venn diagram with gymnastics, weightlifting, monostructural, planning the total, the 5K, the skills test. I've loved that. That sort of preemptive stuff has been great. But one thing made me instantly think of that Michael Scott, please no meme. No, God! That's when Dave Castro posted a picture of the Trex hybrid bikes. Now, I've got nothing against biking, cycling. I think there's something quite cool. When they did the crit and they were doing the laps on those road bikes, those race bikes, it looked quality. But here's my problem with the Trex hybrids, and I feel like nobody is talking about it. There is no way that you can ride one of those bikes and not look like a fool. The hybrid bar between the legs, like halfway between a men's and a women's bikes, the handlebars, the helmets they make them wear, they're not sporty, they're not elegant, they're not sexy at all. It just feels to me like an event that instantly, event one in the 2023 CrossFit Games, makes them all look a little bit daft. Is that just me? Was I the only one who just went full Michael Scott as soon as I saw that bike?
No! God, please, no! 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 No!
I don't know. Let me know what you think. Second thing I just wanted to bring up was some of the biases that we can have due to the media that we consume around CrossFit. What I mean by that is I'm running again this year a little fantasy CrossFit league table in our box in Llanelli. So far 20 people have submitted their picks for the top 5 men, the top 5 women, and there is loads of similarity. You've got Medeiros all over the shop, you've got Horvat all over the shop, Daniel Brandon is doing well, Karenikov is doing well, but I was analysing the picks and I was amazed to find that the highest ranking, world ranking athletes that hadn't been picked by any of those 20 were both number 7 BKG, number 7 Ariel Lowen. Which, you know, when you've got 5 people to pick, the person in 7th not always going to be a top pick. I take that for granted. But there were some definite punts being thrown in, including my own picks. Taking a punt on Jason Hopper over BKG, or Alexis Raptis over Ariel Lowen. And it just got me thinking how much of the people we regard as high quality, top shelf, top draw CrossFitters, the people we expect to do well, is down to less their actual performance and their ability and more to do with the exposure that they have from a social media or a YouTube sort of way. How much of it is it down to the training camps and the quality of the stuff that they put out there? This is nothing against Paige Powers, she was immense in Wadapalooza, but loads of people have plumbed for her, presumably because she's been featured on some Buttery Bros stuff, she's been featured on the Mayhem stuff, but Ariel Lowen, who just keeps quietly knocking it out of the park, no one wanted a sniff of. Or BKG, back for the 10th row on the trot, just nowhere. And yet there are folks who are featured by the Buttery Bros or mates with Craig Ritchie who we see, and because we've seen them, we think, yeah, they're the ones who are really gonna make a dent. Am I mad to think that we're that naive? I guess I'm not saying we're naive. I guess what I'm saying is that we're just influenced, that we have that bias unconsciously, the people we watch, perhaps the people who entertain us, are the ones that we then think will do well. And the folks who just put their head down, crack on, perhaps we're not as keen to back, and just we don't necessarily think about them as being high performance athletes. Anyway, like I said, CrossFit Games 2023, the final year in Madison, is happening tomorrow. I cannot wait. Sporting highlight of the year. But those are two thoughts that I wanted to get off my chest. Number one, why do they have to use these daft Trex hybrid looking bikes? Nobody looks cool riding those. Least of all Jake Douglas with his traps hanging out everywhere. And secondly, I really do think that the people we consider to be good at CrossFit, we think that more because of their media personality necessarily than their actual talent. Time will tell, and I'm sure I'm going to get a hide in the Fantasy League, but look forward to watching it. Thanks for listening. Peace.